Sitting at home. Guess you could call us Vidya
Alright guys,
Bros.
welcome back to Vidya Bros. War. They already said that already, because there's no fucking way that can happen, and they already confirmed it, that some games will run in true 4K, but most games will not. So, don't even, like, think that's like, gonna be the greatest system ever. That's probably one of the reasons why Nintendo won't do it. But, Nintendo won't do it, and only because, in their heart, in their soul, in their blood, in their DNA, Nintendo is not about being the best at specs.
Well, there are, like, people that will try to debate that, but I'm like...
No, what I'm saying is, Nintendo is not known for saying, well, you know what, we're gonna make the best console we can ever fucking produce. I don't care what it takes. They're not the company that's gonna be like, well, we can make a Pro, we can make another Scorpio, we can make all this shit, and it's easy because, you know, Microsoft is doing it and Sony doing it, we can do it too. That's not what they're doing. In their heart, soul, and blood and DNA, it's built into them that no matter what they do, they will make a great console. They'll make it look great. Don't get me wrong. And I will say though that they could have done better when the Wii came out, only because when the Wii came out, we still got the same crappy 480p resolution at the highest it can go, which was the same as the GameCube at the time, because the Wii was only a modified GameCube in its whole. It just got a tiny bit graphic bump and a tiny bit CPU bump, just so it can do all the motion control crap and whatnot. And it worked out for them, don't get me wrong, but Nintendo is not known for like being the best hardware company in the world. They're known for, except for the Switch though, because the Switch is changing that up. It's a different take on what they're normally used to doing.
I guess I can't go there yet.
But they're not like Sony and not Microsoft. They're known for their experiences. It's not about, oh, I need to have 4K graphics. I need to have 1080p graphics at least. Like, I need to have all this shit. I need to have the best lighting. I need to have the best fucking realistic looking photorealistic graphics in the world. I need to have the best thing ever. No. They're all fine and well, but like even this game right here, like AM2R, not made by Nintendo though, but it's based off of what Nintendo does. And they're not producing 1080p graphics. I mean, they are, but they're not like saying, oh, well, we're gonna do photorealistic, like pro graphics and whatnot. We need to everything look realistic as fuck and whatnot. No. Nintendo says, if you want to do that, fine, but you're gonna use what we got here, and that's it. We're more about the experience and letting people play with each other, and being connected with people, and actually playing like you should. Not saying, oh, well, we're Sony, we're Microsoft, so we're gonna go into the mainstream and be like, well, we're Call of Duty people, these are Call of Duty people, these are Destiny people, these are Halo people, so you know what? That's all you're gonna get. They all need the same thing. They all need better graphic, better this and that. No. Nintendo doesn't care about that shit. They care about experiences, connecting with people, being there with each other. That's why they brought back, and for a long time, not even like the Xbox and PS4, they still do this, but not to the extent that Nintendo's still doing it at. It's not like, because, and it works out in their favor though, because they're not the greatest with online features and whatnot.
They've never been that good with their own features now.
But even so, even when their online is good, like with Smash Brothers and Splatoon, and it's the only way you can play them with other people, like Splatoon for instance, is the only way you can play them online with other people. Now you actually have a reason to be next to each other and play with each other and be in a room and have a group and a party where you can be with each other and experience all the experiences together in the same room. Because local multiplayer has not been a thing for a long ass time. Like, it's not one of the things where it's like, oh, you can play multiplayer with your friends. That's any game out there now. But it's like, everyone's touting, oh, go online, go do this, go do that. You can play 8 players, you can play 32 players, 64 players, 100 players. Whatever it is now, it's not about that. It's like, something like, all they care about is making a game fun. It's not about how a game looks. If it's fun, and when it looks decent, and it sells well, they go for it. That's why they got Zelda. That's why they're using Zelda on Breath of the Wild on both the Switch and the Wii, because
it's a system seller.
Because it's a system seller, yes, but also because it's there. They don't have to worry about the graphics. They don't have to worry about anything about this. They can just port it to 2 different systems and say, there you go. And plus, with like games like, I don't know, what's a multiplayer game they got now? Like Splatoon, like I said before. Splatoon 1 didn't have local multiplayer, but now with Splatoon 2 and recent updates, which actually today came out, or a day or two came out, that we found out that you can now, with Splatoon 2, for the Switch, you can hook up, if you wanted to get the best performance out, or if you're doing a whole, tournament, or an esport thing, you can take Splatoon and hook up 8 different consoles together on a LAN network, like the Ethernet adapter, and you can put them together. And that's something that you couldn't do with the first Splatoon, and that's why Nintendo knows that local multiplayer is one of the best things out there. With Smash, for instance, like, you know how you can play 8 players?
Yeah.
Like, they would never do that they would never have you know how big they are in tournaments? That's something you can never do with Splatoon 1, because there's no way you're gonna get the same performance and the same, like, you're gonna get lag in the controllers and whatnot, and everything, if you're only playing online. Like, through Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. If you could hook up 8 different Switch consoles together and play together in a tournament like that, and get, like, your best performance.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
Then I saw that.
I didn't know I could bomb or anything. I'm so stupid. Okay.
But getting back to my, let me finish it though. They know local multiplayer. They know all these like experiences, being together with people, being at parties, playing with people, having a really good time. Holy fuck!
Yeah, I just killed that enemy running into it.
That's fucking crazy. But like, that's the reason why Nintendo does not need. If the console sells well for what it does right now, and don't hate me because they're saying, oh, that Nintendo Switch is gonna suck because it's not producing 1080p graphics like I said, or it's not producing what it needs to compete with Microsoft and Sony. It doesn't need that. It's like, why do you need like super realistic graphics and everything when you have portability and a home console at the exact same time? Why do you need to have the best graphic in the world, the fastest CPU, the biggest hard drive in the fucking world? Why do you need all that when all you have is a great looking game like Mario Kart 8 or Splatoon 2 or Zelda or
I know. Right?
I'll even put it out there, Just Dance. That game's still popular for some fucking reason. I don't know why, but you have those games like, and you can play together with people. You can play next to each other. Like with me and Brandon, like we're playing on the show. Technically, if you wanted to play like Splatoon on the show, I would have to do it over the fucking internet. We can't do it together because there's no fucking option, and that's just the Wii. That's the Wii U's fault right there. Just because you can't buy another controller for the Wii U and say I want to play it like that. Then another fucking game pack with $180.
Are you fucking serious?
Or around $100, whatever it is. But even if you bought another one, it doesn't matter because it's only for a replacement if your game pad broke or if the battery is bad or something, whatever it is. You can't use it as a second player. So there's no point. That's why Nintendo knows that these experiences all work out together. And that's the reason why they don't have to compete with Sony and Microsoft building the best and better consoles, because what Sony and Microsoft are doing is they're blurring the line between PC and console gaming to a point where it's just going to be, you know, because they're already doing it now anyway with how the consoles are made. They're all made by 86X architecture, which is what PCs are built off of in the first place. Like before the PS4 and Xbox One, all the consoles and every console was using proprietary components and whatnot, and everything that was custom made by the company themselves. But now they're using everything that's already out there on the market. You just buy and slap together and make a fucking computer out of. Like, that's basically what a PS4 and Xbox One is in the simplest form. And they're blurring the line so far, and just like, well, if you can get it on PC, if you can get it on Steam, if you can get it on Xbox One or PS4, there shouldn't be a difference in between the quality and whatnot. I mean, there is, but that's not the point where I'm going at. It's like, Nintendo wants you to be together with people, like, just experience what they stand for. That's the reason why they created the Switch, why you can go out to different people's houses, why you can take the controllers apart, and just say, well, you know what, I don't even need to have a bulky system or whatnot, I have to lug around all the cable and whatnot. Just take the Switch, pop up the controller, and you have 2-player right there, right there. Like, that's the best thing you can have. I haven't experienced it yet.
Whole new territory, dude. Whole new territory.
Ooh. I mean, I haven't experienced the Switch yet. I will on day 1, March 3rd.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna get it before Brandon does, only because I'm gonna be home the entire day waiting for that shit while Brandon has to go to work on that day.
Yeah, fuck you too.
I know, but either way, like I'm just saying this is like,
what an idiot.
Is it the best way you can actually play games and not have to fuss around with all the bullshit that every other company going out there? Like, if your internet doesn't work, if your this and that doesn't work, this and that, you can just hook it up and say, I want to play 2-player with someone, or whatever. It just works out. And that's what it is. It's about convenience.
Oh, this is what
it's about experience. And that's the reason why I don't think that, right now, at least, that Nintendo is going to say, you know what? We're gonna make a 4K Pro Switch, or we're gonna give you a better dock, whatever, because they don't need that right now. And people are saying too that if this console does sell for what it does right now, if the Switch does sell really well,
oh shit,
there's a reason why Xbox and where Microsoft and Sony are gonna get hit really hard, because if all they need to do, all the Switch needs to do, is get the third-party support, and they are beating Microsoft and Sony, no matter what. And I'm not trying to say that I hate Microsoft and I hate Sony, but
we're not strictly Nintendo fanboys. We like all the.
Listen.
We like all the consoles.
Listen, I'll tell you this much. Ever since I had a GameCube, right? This is just because this is Nintendo. I trust me, I love their games, and I love what games they produce for their systems. But time and time again, it's gonna be like when I got the GameCube, I was like, well, you know what? I've played all the games already. The games are like not as new to me or fresh to me. But I still have to beat them though. But I wasn't a kid that was gonna say, well, I'm gonna beat games all the time and just go one game after another after another. I'm trying to do that now though, because I have so many games I have to still play.
I still have like 10 other games I have to play. Off of the show,
but to be honest, I like Sony and I like what they're doing because they have experiences that are similar to what Nintendo is trying to do with their remote play and their share play, where you can let other people play. Like if you can't be with them, you can have a virtual couch so they can be with you in the game and help you in the game. I like that idea, but at the same time,
started from share play. Like Rayman Legends, which we need to get back to eventually too.
I know. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have done it.
It's an alpha Metroid. These are the first 4
Now, I will say though that out of all 3 consoles, I think Xbox is the worst console out of all 3 of them. And I'm only saying,
yeah, the Xbox One compared to PS4 and the Wii U wasn't that good.
It's not even that. It's just it's a good console. It's just I haven't.
It's a good console.
But I haven't actually touched an Xbox One yet. Actually, I have actually. I only played one game on it so far. It's Call of Duty, but I didn't like it much. But
well, it's Call of Duty, so
it's just just the whole experience for me. It's just I can't. Like, I never liked Xbox 360, and I never liked.
I like the 360 a lot.
And I don't like all these like mainstream like third-party AAA game where it's like, oh, we need to have a new Call of Duty every year, or we need to have a new Batman every year, we need to have a new Assassin's Creed every year. Peace out, guys.